All right, son, you ready to clock me in? All right, we here. This is an attempt to collect a debt. Isn't that right? Yahuchanan 6 and 44. Yahuchanan 6 and 44. Listen to the book.
No man can come to me except the Father which hath sent me draw him.
Tell them what happened, son.
And I will raise him up at the last day.
Tell them what's written.
It is written in the prophets.
And they
shall be all taught of Elohim.
That's why we're here. We tell y'all all the time. That's why we're here. We have to be taught of Elohim. Every man,
therefore,
that had heard
and have learned of the Father
cometh
unto me.
That's why we are here. Pick me up, son, at the book of Yeshayahu. We might be all over the place a little bit today, but it still be the word.
Amen.
Yeshayahu, chapter 44. Yeshayahu, chapter 44. Give me a verse 3, it'll be fine. It's all the same word. Listen.
For I will pour water upon him that is thirsty.
He said, I will pour water upon him that is thirsty.
And floods upon the dry ground.
And floods upon the dry grounds.
I will pour my ruach upon thy seed.
Yes.
And my blessing upon thine offspring.
You hear that? Come on.
And they shall spring up as among the grass, as willows by the watercourses.
Yes.
One shall say, I am Yahuwah's.
He said, one shall say, I am Yahuwah's.
And another shall call himself by the name of Jacob.
Listen.
And another shall subscribe with his hand unto Yahuwah, and surname himself by the name of Yasharal.
Listen.
Thus saith Yahuwah, the Malak of Yasharal.
Who it is we'll find? Who is this talking about? Yahusha. We know for a definite that he would be Yashrael, wouldn't we? Let's see what he told in the book of Husha. Husha, see that 11 and 1? Other brother going to get me Matthew. Chapter 2, about verse 11. 14 come to mind. Let's see what happened. Matthew 2 and 11. Other brother going to give me the 11th chapter of the book of Husha. What does Husha mean, brother? Savior, deliverer. Isn't that right? Listen.
When Yasharal was a child.
When Yashrael
was a child.
Tell him what you did, son.
Then I loved him.
Y'all hear that? He said when he was a child, he said, I loved him. And what did you do?
And called my son out of Mizraim.
Called my S-O-N-S?
S-O-N.
S-O-N singular. My son.
Out of Mizraim.
Out of Mizraim. At the second chapter of the book of Matthew. Matthew chapter 2, verse 11. Listen.
And when they were come into the house, they saw the young child with Marim, his mother, and fell down and worshipped him. And when they had opened their treasures, they presented unto him gifts, gold and frankincense and myrrh. And being warned of Elohim in a dream that they should not return to Herod, they departed into their own country another way.
Yes.
And when they departed, behold, the Malaki of Yahuwah appeareth to Yahusuf in a dream, saying, Arise and take the young child and his mother.
And take the who?
Young child and his mother.
The young who?
Child and his mother.
Where you want me to take them, son?
And flee into Mizraim, and be thou there until I bring thee word, for Herod will seek the young child to destroy him.
Tell me what happened, son.
When he arose, he took the young child and his mother by night and departed into Mizraim.
Tell him how long was he there, son?
And was there until the death of Herod.
What happened?
That it might be fulfilled.
That it might do what?
Be fulfilled.
Tell me what was fulfilled, son.
Which was spoken of Yahuwah by the prophet, saying,
What did he say?
Out of Mizraim have I called my son.
That was him. But you know what you'll find now? You'll find all these Hebrew Israelite groups that'll go around and name themselves, and their last name is Israel. So you see it wasn't even talking about you. It kept talking about the one. Someone that was going to refer to themselves as this. Isn't that right? That's when you'll find him even being on the ground when they brought him a woman that was caught in a very act of adultery. And they told you what he was doing. He was stooping down right on the ground. He told you one was going to write with the hand. He was going to surname himself. Isn't that right? All right. I guess they ain't going to pay attention now. It's important for us to know who we're serving.
Amen.
Isn't that right? It's important for us to know. Back, son, to the 44th chapter. You know what? Possibly we'll come back down. Jump over and give me the book of Tahalim. Something come to mind. Tahalim. Tahalim. The reason why we look at these things when we go through and we read, because the first thing that needs to happen, a couple of things need to happen. First of all, we have to get an understanding. That understanding is going to come in through us grasping our position. That's going to come in with us understanding some things, putting you in a certain position, who he is, and exactly what it is that we're supposed to be doing. And in doing that, you're going to have to start over and become as a little child, which is going to put us back to the productivity of being born again. Y'all got me? And in doing that, then we got to understand the operation. When he told us to be born again, we go right back to what we talked about last night. We talked about being blind, having no sight. The sight that he's talking about us not having is the mind frame to go and to commit sin. Y'all got me? You know, the registered behavior that goes contrary to what he told us to do. We have to have a mindset that we stay studious and we stay continuous with the word, steadfast. Huh? That's what we look to do, be steadfast, continuing. That's something that we lost. That's the state that they lost in the garden. And that's kind of where we at today. We got to be born again. We're looking at, we see all the death and destruction that's getting ready to come on this place and some that's already taking place. It's only going to get worse. And the problem is now a lot of us in here have a mindset that where we still linger on and still continue to go out and search out different devices and behavior to try to go in and commit sin. As Shaluma told us, he found this one thing that Yahuwah made man upright, but man had gone out to seek out many wicked devices or inventions. And that's the problem we have. In the first chapter of the book of Romans, and about verse 30 or 32, it talks about these people that were worthy of death. And one talked about inventor of evil things. Isn't that right? We got to be real careful what we let our minds linger on to. We got to be real careful what we sit around and let become, and we start taking on in our perception, in our sight. Y'all hear me? A lot of things will pull you away. When we read last night the book of Bereshit, the 3rd chapter, when you find where Ka'ua problem came in when he came down to the tree, she saw how it was to make one wise. And she saw the desire of it to the eye. Isn't that right? When you look at taking on the way that we're taking on, you got to have on what we would say something like blinders. That's something you'll put on like a mule. Years ago, we used to plow. My grandfather would plow in the country. They would put blinders on the mule. The blinders would keep them from looking and lingering off, but keep them in a straight, directed path. Y'all got me? How many of y'all familiar with that with the mules in the country? You put blinders, because what they have a tendency to do, you're trying to get them to make a straight line. And if that mule can keep its head, if that mule can in any way start looking at what's in their peripheral vision, it's going to turn. It's going to move. And a lot of us, that's been our problem. And what we wind up being in our peripheral vision, a lot of us, family, friends, careers, adultery, fornication, lusting, lying, and cheating. And you know what it tends to do? It keeps you from making a straight path. Huh? Let me show you what he told you right quick. See the 5th chapter of the book of Ephesians, 5:14. Listen.
Wherefore he saith, awake thou that sleepest,
And arise.
from the dead,
And what happened, son?
and Mashiach shall give thee light.
What he wanted to do, son?
See then that ye walk circumspectly,
Not as who?
not as fools,
But as who?
wise,
But doing what, son?
redeeming the time,
For what reason?
because the days are evil.
Here we go again, showing you your direction. Other brother, you give me the book of Abarim, chapter 12. That's right. That's our book. That's what we crossed over. Abarim, chapter 12. Let me hear about verse 11. Listen.
Now no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them.
And this is where a lot of people faint at. When it come down to taking correction, when it come down to being chastened. That's what a lot of our forefathers did when we were brought out of Mizraim. And we got out in the wilderness and we got chastised for our behavior over a course of time, over many captivities. We got chastened. And what a lot of people would do, always refer to go back to Mizraim. Isn't that right? He told us, no chastening seemed good for the moment, but we look at what it yields after. Isn't that right? We look at the fruit that it yields after. That's the same mindset we got to have when it comes to the word. If you just deal with how you feel right now when you're being chastened and you only just sit and let that deal and gravitate, or you gravitate to that, you don't wind up pulling away. Isn't that right? You got to look at what it's going to yield. What's the purpose of your correction? I look at some things I've suffered with a long time. I had somebody ask me last night concerning an issue or situation. They want to know how long do they have to deal with it. I said, you always going to have to deal with it. It needs to always be there. Every fault, every defect you ever, every wrong decision you make when you hear the word, it should never go away. Because once you get consolation and go away, you tend to go right back to it. Ain't that right? As long as it's always there, you always got to remember, I got this scar I got to deal with. It's always here for me. Ain't that right? It keeps me in a certain memories. Ain't that right? A lot of times people say, I want to just get to where I can just get over what I done, then I can feel better to go back and commit sin. Ain't that right? When you start to look at how long you have to deal with your bad decision and the wrong decision that you make, and the long you have to deal, and they never go away, and then every now and then you look at, I've grown, I got better, and they come back and say, but don't forget from whence you fell. That's the same thing he was trying to teach the congregations in the book of Kazum. He said, don't forget from whence you fell now. And a lot of times, that's what we tend to forget. The book told you forgotten exaltation. We're speaking unto you as unto children. Ain't that right? And a child already know what got to happen. A child got to be corrected. And the purpose of correcting that child is to get them to a point of getting them to perfect to where I don't have to correct you anymore. Ain't that right? You look at what it yield when you whip a child. You ask any child that means whipper in a whipping age, it don't feel good and it don't even make sense. It's irrational. I don't see why I should get a whipping. But once you become an adult, you'll see and your shot the same because you'll see it will carry in that correction. I get on y'all a lot of times. People don't like it. People try to fame. You don't realize if you wait and see what it'll bring forth for you, you'll appreciate it later. Isn't that right? Once you get an age and you get to where you need to be, you'll appreciate it and you'll get an understanding. But right now, a lot of y'all, you still like children and it's in your understanding. How you supposed to be a child? When are you supposed to be a child? In malice. What you supposed to be in understanding? You supposed to be mature. Being a man and letting you know, basically letting you know you're supposed to be mature in your understanding. Realize correction come for a reason. You know who correction grievous for? Them that forsake the way. When you forsake the way, being corrected is the hardest thing in the world. Ain't that right? I ain't taking it. Ain't nobody going to do it to me. I know because you forsake the way. When you're looking at this is where you're trying to get yourself to, or this is the point of perfect or perfection for you, you realize I got to be correct to get where I'm going. We always got to consider the man we following. That's why we go back and look at him. We look at the correlation that we find when we go back to look in our law or even the epistle letters. Now, this is the 12th chapter of the book of Abarim, 12 and 11. Listen, other brother got me the book of Tahalim. Give me Tahalim 81 to be fine. 81 and 1 to be fine. 80 and 1 to be fine. Other brother, you give me the 76th chapter. I love this. In the 5th chapter of the book of Yehukanah, 39, he told you to search the scripture, for in them you think you have eternal life, and they are they which testify of me. Isn't that right? So we're trying to look, we're trying to find them. Listen.
Now no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby.
Listen.
Wherefore, lift up the hands which hang down.
And what else, son?
The feeble knees.
And what kind of path? And what you want me to make?
Straight paths for your feet.
You see that? On way to get you to make those straight paths. Got to put some blinders on you. Y'all hear me? Y'all got to stop succumbing to everybody that come along to y'all with some advice and information. Isn't that right? You got to withdraw yourself from these people. A lot of stuff you got to cut away from you if you're going to make perfect. He told you, wherefore, lift up your hands. And you know, he told her, I will therefore the men pray everywhere with what? Lift up Kodash hands. Huh? He told you, wherefore, lift up your hands. And what is he told me to do? And you who?
Feeble knees.
And do what, son?
Make straight paths for your feet.
Listen what happened.
Lest that which is lame be turned out of the way.
But rather?
Be healed.
He ain't accepting everything. If you don't know how to bring him a peace offering, you in trouble. Y'all hear me? A lot of times we go and we pray and we call on the Most High and we look for something. But a lot of times you ask, as Jacob told you, you ask amiss. Isn't that right? At the 4th chapter of the book of Jacob. Jacob, chapter 4. For those watching in, they'll call it James, but that's not his name. His name is Jacob. Jacob. 4:1. Listen.
From whence come wars and fightings among you? Come they not hence, even of your lusts that war in your members?
Y'all hear that? That's where a lot of your problems come from. That's where a lot of your fighting come, even your internal fightings. Come because of the lust that war in your members. You got a law that tells you to do one thing that comes from Elohim, and you got another law in your flesh that wants to do what it want to do. So a lot of times he got to put you in a situation to chastise you, to correct you, to make sure he keeps you away from following that nature that's in your flesh that goes contrary to the nature of law. That's a divine nature. Isn't that right? You got what they would call a natural nature. Nature is what determines ought to do. Naturally would be to be expected. Naturally. Somebody said he was playing with that lighter and he had it over that gas and it caught on fast. What would you say? That's naturally. Naturally. It's to be expected. Y'all got me? So when we look at divine nature determines ought to do. Y'all got me? And that's what you should yield when you look at the law. Y'all got me? Laws govern a particular behavior or code. That's what they have. When it comes down to you breaking or impeding their laws, they're going to write a code down. Section 47931 says such and such. That's what they're going to look at. When you break one of our laws, we go back to look in the book at where we find it, at what prophet, at what teacher and instructor, chapter and verse. Isn't that right? Because that's going to give you the code of what you broke. I can't say it's a law. I don't know where it said it's not in the book, but it's a law. Then it's not a law. Because our book clearly teaches in the 4th chapter of the book of Romans by Shaul, where there's no law, there's no transgression. And the reason you got transgression is because of law. Huh? That's how sin is revived, by the law. Y'all hear me? That's what sin gets its strength, from the law. Then you got to learn to stop giving strength to sin by obeying the law. Come on, listen.
Ye lust and have not, ye kill.
That happened to him. Well, a lot of you got, you lust and you ain't got what you want. Come on, son.
Ye kill.
And what happened?
Desire to have.
And still ain't got it.
And cannot obtain.
And you still can't get it. Come on, son.
Ye fight and war, yet ye have not, because ye ask not.
You hear this? He said that's why you don't have it, because you hadn't asked. The reason you don't have it because you hadn't asked. You know who needs us to keep staying in this same state? Your oppressor. Because this here lets you know what your problem is and why you have a bad connection when it comes down to the Most High. Because you got so much stuff going on internally with you, mentally and spiritually. You got too much going on. And now you got so much internal fighting and you keep warring and you keep killing and you still can't obtain. A lot of y'all, you know, you can tell the truth, you can't get ahead. Nothing seems to work for you because you got too much warring going on. You want to do right, but you linger more toward doing wrong. Huh? You fight and you keep trying to get stuff, but you can't obtain it. Now he told you the reason why, because you hadn't asked. He told you, ask anything in my name, I'll do it. Now you look at as simple as that is. Let's see what the problem is. Come on, son.
Ye ask and receive not, because ye ask amiss, that ye may consume it upon your lust.
What's your purpose of why you want it? Then he look at what you got going on when you ask. That's why we lack power today. Because a lot of things that people ask for and you seeking after, first of all, you don't even know how to ask. You don't even know what he requires. We start looking at the book of Abarim in the 11th chapter when the book told us that faith is the substance of things hoped for, evidence of things unseen, whereby the elders obtain a good report. Huh? At 11:4. Let's see what he told us. That's right, family reunion. We don't have the heat on, do we? Good deal, good deal. Chocolate people make their own heat. That's why chocolate melts so fast. It don't take much to melt chocolate. That's why you got to freeze it to keep it solid. Listen.
By faith, Abel offered unto Elohim a more excellent sacrifice than Cain, by which he obtained witness that he was righteous.
Come on.
Elohim testifying of his gifts, and by it he being dead yet speaketh.
Come on.
By faith, Enoch was translated that he should not see death, and was not found, because Elohim had translated him. For before his translation, he had this testimony that he pleased Elohim.
Come on.
But without faith, it is impossible to please him.
That's what we're looking at. You got to believe you're going to be saved. Without faith, it is impossible to please him. So how do we get faith? By hearing. What do we have to hear? Word of Elohim. You're trying to, let's just be practical. For everyone that's here that's watching, and you're looking to be in a state of what we would call saved, which would be delivered from something. If you're still wrestling with and committing, then you're not saved. Now we got to look at why are you not saved? Because you keep warring with things, and your warring is that you keep playing with it and hoping to be delivered from it. You can't be delivered from it if you're doing it. There's got to be a mind, and to do that, you got to know how to call on it. Huh? Even when the apostles were on the ship and they started wrestling with it, didn't bother him. But when they cried out and called him master, he awoke out of his sleep and he delivered them. He heard their cry. Isn't that right? There was a sense of urgency. There was something that he had not. You call on him in your present state and you get no deliverance. Is there a real urgency for you to be saved? Isn't that right? A lot of when we ask, you asking in your lust. And you're asking wrong. That's why you never get delivered from it. A lot of us not looking to be delivered. We're looking to get over, and there's a difference. Y'all hear me? When you start talking about these people, you talking about who didn't see death translated. We're talking about men like Abel who sat here and gave him a better sacrifice than his brother. All these people, things that happened was a testimony and a witness to this day. Because they believed. Which means they had to hear something. You just can't come up with something the Most High said, I'm pleased with it. He's going to be pleased with it according to what he's spoken. According to what he's already told you. And the truth be told, you guys have been told things you hadn't obeyed. Yeshayahu claimed the best in the 10th chapter of the book of Romans. They have not all obeyed. That's why y'all keep sitting around and you keep being stragglers. That's why you keep being inconsistent, because you don't believe. That's just being honest. You don't believe. Y'all guys have heard enough word to be saved. You heard the word to be saved. You've heard the word the way you shouldn't be going back committing no sin. Especially when you don't heard the word. It's certain things you just shouldn't be doing if you don't heard the word. When you look on the day of what they would call Feast of Weeks, Pentecost they would call it, the Ruach HaKodesh, it fell on them. They heard the word. Y'all hear me? They heard the word. They saw the fulfillment of the word. They had to believe something. You just don't obtain no spirit out of no blue. And yet y'all come here and you sit, just like your cause y'all said, as the people come, you hear the word, but you do it not. And that's the sad part of what y'all do. You come, but you're not implementing. Y'all have got to start to put into practice a continual behavior, not for a while. Today is the first day of my life, and tomorrow you back to a lying, no good, hypocrite and sinner. You got to start showing some consistency for decision. This is for my soul. My soul on the line. You got to press past it. You ain't going through nothing that nobody else hadn't gone through. You ain't suffering that nobody else hadn't suffered. The book told you the same affliction accomplished in your brother that ain't Yahuwah. You just got to put in your heart and your mind, you got to be saved. And if I'm going to be saved, I got to be minded to stay consistent. And that's what you guys lack. You might get a week. You might get a half a month, but you're going right back the way you been. You got to break that yoke. You got to break it not to go back to it. If you're looking to be saved. Of course, other people going to fall away. Of course, other people. Some of y'all wait to hear other people mess up so they give you a reason. That ain't no justification for me. He's just telling you right here in this 11th chapter, he that cometh to Yahuwah must believe that he is who? Must believe that he is.
And that he is a rewarder of them.
That back up, son, Stoddard. That verse 6. Read verse 6 again.
But without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to Elohim
must
believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him.
So if you're going to come to him, you got to believe that he is. Huh? I got to believe he is who? Who I got to believe? I got to believe that he is. Elohim, I got to believe that he is. And he's a reward of them that diligently seek him. At Talahim, the 76th verse. Other brother, you give me the 7th chapter of the book of Abarim. 7 and 14. Hold that for me. Y'all don't know how important it is for us to get it, do y'all? I don't want to see y'all guys on the outside. None of us. We got a lot of work we got to do. We got a lot of stuff we got to cover. A lot of stuff, spiritual and natural. And just be honest with y'all, a lot of y'all ain't going to make it. At least I was honest with you. I don't want to lie to you. A lot of y'all ain't going to make it. Just be honest. A lot of y'all going to be replaced. Just being honest with you. I ain't no use to lying to you. You know who you are. You know what you're willing to do to be saved. You know what you're going to let block you and let what hinder you to keep you from getting in. You got to be minded for to look at this your soul. You only get one of these. You only get one opportunity. Even me, I think about it every day when I lay down, I pray. Every day when I got praying. Just another day. I can't mess up. I can't mess this up. I messed up everything in my life I ever touched. I messed up. I messed up from relationships. I messed up money. I messed up cars. I messed up jobs. I messed up a lot of stuff. That's all I was known for, screwing up stuff. People didn't know that about me, but I knew everybody. You know yourself what you are. I was a screw up. I was a screw up, just a big screw up. Now that's why you just get that in your mind. You realize I screw up everything. I know if anything good came to me, I'm gonna screw it up. I did. How many of y'all like that? Yeah, no, anything come and screw it up, I screw up everything. I had intent, though. I'm going to do right with this one. This one here, and I wind up screwing it up. You say, it's your pattern, son. You're a screw up. You screw up everything. So then it come down to this, you already come in, and the devil done set me up the whole life turn to realize, try to set me up my whole life to realize. Now, what you think you're going to do with salvation? Let's think about your past. You screwed up everything, relationships, money. You screwed up careers. You screwed up cars. You just screwed up. You screwed up drugs. You screwed up everything. What are you going to do with this? So I had to fight to try to make sure I break that mental intellect. I had to fight to show I take my time. Make sure I walk just like he told me. I put on my spiritual blind and make sure I'm letting them pull me off to the side. Because I see things like other people see things. But you got to have those spiritual blind and have your mind set to do what you got to do. I got to make straight path for my feet. I can't get in the gate if I'm going sideways. This sounds simple, I know, to all of you guys, but you know what you should be looking at? You ain't got it. You ain't got it, so whatever you're doing ain't working. So now it's time you do something different. So you got to get mad and then start looking at, you screwed up everything in your life. You screwed up some critical things you've done based on bad decisions or bad advice or just based on feelings. This is the only thing you got opportunity to get right, and you can't go with just your emotion, your feeling. You got to go with what's written. Huh? Let's go with this. Let's go with the theory. We don't know how we got here. But then we need to start trying to figure it out. Anybody got any idea how we got here if it's not Elohim? That's what I thought. I'm with you. Let's go with what makes sense. Let's go with the man that told us that he can declare the former thing and I can tell you the thing come to pass. Nobody else been here. I'm gonna take on. Look at the people that are atheists. The people that's atheists quote stuff from people that's living now. How did they get here? How do you not believe in Elohim, but you believe in these lying hypocrites that's here now tell you about something that happened before you ain't never here? You're a hypocrite. You're a hypocrite. Everything they believe based on what somebody else told. That's how they came up with the correlation. Ain't no Elohim. They ain't come up with it by themselves. They came up based on some things they learned and looked at. Based on some scientific events. Huh? They've used science, and that's what Shaul told do, oppose opposition to science and falsely so-called, when some have error concerning the faith. You can't use no one centimeter, but 2 centimeters to prove this man out. The book done told you about Yahuwah that Yahuwah is a spirit. And you don't use centimeters to try to prove him out, you're going to mess up. He a spirit. And they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. What's true? We got to look at the book. When he told her to seek out a book of Yahuwah and read, not one of these going to fail. Not one of them. The man able to testify to where he come from and how he been established. We didn't jump up with it by ourselves. He said, he that cometh to him must believe that he is, and he's a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. That's how we trying to obtain the Ruach HaKodesh. Who we trying to believe that he is? Talahim 76:1. Other brother got me the 7th chapter of the book of Abarim. These folks going to go to sleep on me. Some of them already been asleep. All I'm asking y'all, this is plain as can be with you. You're not saved. What do we do to get you in that state? Something's got to change. If we know that the only way to be saved, is the hearing and the preaching of the word, which means you got to adhere to. That definition of adhere means to stick, hold fast to. Y'all hear me? The word will sustain you. Y'all got me? But you got to be minded to want to be sustained. It does not mean that desire does not come. It does not mean that feeling and emotion don't arise. But it does not change the validity of the word. That's just the flesh doing what the flesh do. The flesh wants to adhere to nature. The spiritual man wants to adhere to the divine nature. Now, the one I feed the most is going to be the most dominant. Now, you're not saved because you have been feeding the wrong man. You have been adhering to the wrong nature. I can help y'all. All I want y'all to do is just sit and just think about where you at. Think about where you're trying to go, baby, and you ain't got there. You hadn't got there because of what?
Yourself.
Too many things going on. This is what he told us. This is 76th chapter. They call it division, whatever they want to call it. They hypocrites anyway. Tahalim 76:1. Listen what happened.
In Yehuda.
In who?
Yehuda.
Where at, son?
In Yehuda.
Tell me about Yehuda, son.
Is Elohim known. His name is great in Yasharal. In Shalom also is his tabernacle.
Y'all hear that? Shalom?
Also is his tabernacle.
Jerusalem? That's where his tabernacle at. Jerusalem. See, we know where he's at. He said he's known in us. In Yehuda. How old you got? 7th chapter, 14th verse. Let's look at some facts. 7 and 14. The writer of Abarim tells us. Listen.
For it is evident.
For it is what?
Evident.
Tell me what is evident, son.
That our Elohim sprang out of Yehuda.
So what we looking at, the What are we looking at for evident? The pa? Evident. And we look at the pa for what reason? Spoken says evident that it came out. It's evident because of the Aleph. That's what it is. He told us that. I'm the Aleph. I'm the Aleph. I'm the Aleph. Which is going to give us the Pa. Right here. Evident. Spoken. Blow. They don't say breathe, he say he blew. He blew on him and he became a living soul. The part did. It's him evident. So he told us in the 76th chapter, 76th division of the book of Tahalim. What did he tell us, son?
In Yehuda.
In where, son?
Yehuda.
Tell him what happened, son.
Is Elohim known.
That's where he known that. He said in where, son?
Yehuda.
In Yehu?
Yehuda.
In who?
Yehuda.
Tell him what happened, son.
Is Elohim known.
Let's see what he told us at the 14th chapter of the book of Yehukanan. Let's go with what he told us. Make it 14 and about 5. Listen.
Thomas saith unto him, Elohim, we know not whither thou goest, and how can we know the way?
What happened, son?
Yahushua saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life.
No man
cometh unto the Father
but
by me.
That's why he known. You should already know where he is. Come on, son.
If ye had known me.
If you had did what?
Known me.
Don't forget where he known at. In Yehuda. Listen.
Ye should have known my Father also, and from henceforth ye know him and have seen him.
Listen.
Philip saith unto him, Elohim, shew us the Father, and it sufficeth us.
What did he tell him?
Yahushua saith unto him, have I been so long time with you?
And what you hadn't done?
And yet Hast thou not known me,
Has
Philip?
thou what?
Not known me.
Not done what?
Known me.
Tell me what happened, son.
He that hath seen me,
Has seen
the Father.
at the 76th division of Tahalim. $76-1. Listen.
In Yahudah is Yahuwah known. His name is great in Yasharal.
That's what we look at. He told us it's evident that he sprang out of Yehudah, which Moses spake nothing concerning priesthood. It's evident for us. We go back to know where he came from. We go back to look at it. That's why he kept saying, you known him. He said, if you had known me, you should have known my Father. If you know my Father, you should have known me. He said, well, show us the Father, and we'd be satisfied. He said, have I been so long time with you, yet you had known me? He that have seen me has seen the Father, because the prophecy being fulfilled. He's known in Yehudah. Where else would he come from? When Abarim told her it was evident, the Pa, the olive, he sprang out of Yehudah. I want to look for him in Manasseh. I'm going to look for him in the Canaanites. Can't do it. He's known in Yehudah. He's known in Yehudah. He's got to be coming out of Yehudah. Isn't that right? That's where he got to come from. Come on, son, to Barashit. 49:6. Other brother, you hold me that 80th chapter of the book of Tahalim. Listen.
O my soul, come not thou into their secret.
I love them brothers, boy. Ooh, I love them. Pad me up, son. Let's see what I want. Verse 4, verse 3. This
5.
is your code. Get here. Verse 5 is what I want. Let's see what it says.
Simeon and Louis are brethren.
Y'all hear that? Simeon and Louis, they're brethren. What are they, son?
Instruments of cruelty.
That's what I'm talking about. What you going to do? One herd, which is Simeon, the other one attached. Isn't that right? He'll attach to you. Louis will attach. Listen.
Are in their habitations.
Come on.
O my soul,
Come what?
come not thou into their secret.
Tell me what happened, son.
Unto their assembly, mine hour, be not thou united.
What happened?
For in their anger they slew a man.
And what did they do, son?
And in their self-will,
What did they do?
they dig down a wall.
You don't want none of them boys. Them boys, they done took a wall down. They done destroyed a city. So they killed a man. Huh? These fellas done took down a whole city. Listen.
Cursed be their anger,
What happened, son?
for it was fierce.
It was fierce. Keep them together? What did he tell them?
And their wrath, for it was cruel.
What happened?
I will divide them in Yaakov.
See that? He had to split them up and send them through your code. I'm divide them up. Put some over here, some y'all over here. That's important for us. You'll want to be with Simeon, because at least he'll hear. Huh? You'll want to put Louis and put him and divide him up, because he'll attach. Ain't that right? That's a good thing. Y'all all right? That's going to tie you right back to one man, Yahusha. Huh? Let's see what he told you. At the 15th chapter of Yehukanan, since we're there. Yehukanan 15 about 11. Listen.
These things have I spoken unto you, that my joy might remain in you, and that your joy might be full.
Listen.
This is my commandment, that ye love one another, as I have loved you.
Talk to me, son.
Greater love have no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. Ye are my friends, if you do whatsoever I command you.
Listen.
Henceforth I call you not servants.
Henceforth I do what?
Call you not servants.
What you going to call them?
For the servant knoweth not what his Elohim doeth.
Listen what he do.
But I have called you friends.
Tell them why.
For all things that I have heard of my Father.
All things I've done what?
Heard of my Father.
You got to hear. That's how faith comes, by hearing. So you got to remember concerning the tribes. If you got one tribe that's got the state of they heard, it's important to divide them and spread them in Yashrael.
Amen.
He said, I call you friend. He sprang out of Yehuda. But since Simeon been divided in them, guess what Yehuda do? We heard too. He said, I don't call you friend. I don't call you servant. I call you friend. He said, because all things I heard
Of my Father,
what did he do, son?
I have made known unto you.
That's why he divided them up. Louis attached. He had 84 disciples. 72 walked off. He asked the other 12, will you also go? They want to know, where shall we go? They didn't go because they was attached. See, it made sense for him to divide them in us. See, everything makes sense for us to divide him. That worked out for our benefit.
Amen.
He divided them right in us. He didn't send them out among the other nations. He kept them right among us, which means you should learn from their behavior. Come on, folks. They teach you about association, bring on assimilation. So what's going to happen? We're going to sit here and you're going to put Louis and you're going to put Simeon right among them. You're going to wind up picking up some of their behavior. Isn't that right? Come on back, son, what you have. At the 49th chapter of the book of Bereshit. 49, what we love, verse 6, verse 7.
Continue to verse 7.
Other brother got me the 81st division of Tahalim. 80th chapter. Listen.
I will divide them in Jacob and scatter them in Yashrael.
Yeah.
Yehuda, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise.
What happened, son?
Thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies.
What happened, son?
Thy father's children shall bow down before thee.
Come on, son.
Yehuda is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up.
Yeah.
He stooped down, he couched as a lion.
And what did he do?
And as an old lion, who shall rouse him up?
Listen.
The scepter shall not depart from Yehuda,
Nor
a lawgiver from between his feet.
until
Shiloh come.
That's it. We waiting on him. Isn't that right? Only Elohim could set this up that it would work out just like he said it. Only Elohim could set a people up that he knew that would go contrary and knew he would wind up separating and dividing them, and he would keep Yehuda, that there will always remain a man to rule over them. Only he could set that up. Only him. We've been too stupid to do it. There's no way 12 other tribes are going to go for one man ruling over all those people all that time. There's no way we're going to do it. Other tribes are going to feel like somebody should come from our tribe and should rule. There's no way they would have sat there and accepted. He knew what he was doing. He knew exactly what they were going to do. He put them in the garden. He already knew what they were going to do. When they thought their eyes were open, they were made blind. Not blind that they should commit sin or should not commit sin. They were made blind that they were committing sin. Huh? Now he had to come on the scene to do what? Open the blind eyes. Recovering of sight. That's what he told you, recovering. When you thought you were blind, you were actually seeing. You think you see now. He said, your sin remain. You don't realize you're blind now. It's just for the fact that these people say here, and you got a different interpretation of the way he see things. Just like he tried to tell Shmuel when he went in to go and anoint the sons of Jesse, didn't he? You didn't know. He said, I don't see like you see. He tried to tell you, I don't see. I'm blind. I don't see like you see. You look on the outward appearance, I can see a man's heart. Huh? You were fine with me when you didn't have on no clothes. When you went to put on what you thought got you appropriate, I said, now you're naked. Now you're naked. Huh? Kazun 3:17. Why y'all going in here? Y'all got to get yourself together, man. This salvation for y'all. Because if I ain't giving it to y'all, y'all need to get somewhere where ain't getting it to you because y'all ain't going to make it. Let me tell you something. We are in a critical point now. Let me tell you something. We're hitting a point where this man is getting ready to close the door on a lot of these people. These people sitting here waiting on disasters to hit them now. You know what's bad? The animals have been leaving Yellowstone Park for a year or so now. Listen, they have been taken off, leaving. How many of y'all didn't know this? Yellowstone Park known for the buffalo and a bunch of, listen, those animals have been leaving. They ain't told y'all this, but you can look this. Please don't let me lie to y'all. Look this up. These animals have taken off. They have been leaving. That's the only instinct they got. Now you just get a news story telling you that Yellowstone Park, that guy's about to erupt. That's what they call a supernova. If that thing erupts like they're saying, everything from Wyoming back over to California is gone. You know what's bad about this whole thing, though? California just happen to have something going on, right? I can't think what that is. Methane gas. 110,000 pounds per hour that they're looking to stop in approximately 3 months. Dude, any idiot knows if you got something leaking, it continues to leak, the leak gets bigger, which means this stuff is past 110,000 tons. Tons? 110,000 tons of gas is being released every hour. For 3 months? You got Wyoming sitting here, and they just happen to let you know now, this thing is about to go off. It don't even need the gas. That's the sad part. When it goes off, it's going to ash cover. It's going to destroy everything back over to California. The rest of us on down in trouble. Because it's going to destroy the water. You're not growing any more crops. You talking about a nuclear explosion? They ain't seen that man sitting that thing off. Y'all keep me. I want y'all to stay asleep. It's just like he told you when he come. Listen, if you Sadak, stay Sadak. If you Sadiq, stay Sadiq. If you Unkodash, stay Unkodash. He goes, I come quickly, and my reward is with me. You ain't going to be able to clean up when that thing go out. You know, do y'all understand how many states this going to wipe out? And y'all sitting here asleep, y'all not even conscious? They're going to try to run and try to go somewhere. They ain't going to get away from this man. It's impossible to get away from him. I'm wanting to burn. I can't wait for it to go off. Why stop it? They ain't obeyed him yet. They'll call on him then. When he destroy all these people and all these folk get tore down and these folk get destroyed, they'll start to fear him then. But you know what? It'll be temporary. You'll get the UN to kick in. They'll send ships and stuff over. They'll send water bottles over. They'll like they did Haiti. They'll sit on the dock and these niggas are starving and they'll die of thirst. They'll be counting these countries to tell them they're going to be promising aid and help. Even the people that hate them going to tell them, we're going to send something over. This is a tragedy. The great America, it happened to them. And they don't realize this is only the start of your fight. This stuff going to get bad, y'all. And you know what's sad? You still ain't got the Spirit. You ain't even halfway. You hadn't even worked to try to really obtain being saved. You just been trying to get somewhere safe. That's a difference. Being somewhere safe, there's no place that's safe from this man. Other one, hold me the 6th chapter, book of Kazum. 6 and 12. Hold me that. This is 3 and 17 of the book of Kazum. Listen.
Because thou sayest, I am rich, and increase with goods, and have need of nothing, and knowest not that thou art wretched.
And what else, son?
And miserable.
And what else?
And poor.
And what else?
And blind.
And tell me how much clothes they got on.
And naked.
I told the man could see you. I don't know why you can put on these clothes for them. I got on a bra. I got on a bikini bra under that. Then I got a slip on. You butt naked. Irene told the same thing. All things are open and naked with him with whom we have to do. That man can see straight through you. He said, you did better when you had my sight. Now you say you're blind. Now he got to come along and give you recovering a sight to the blind. You had it in the garden. Recovery means you had it. You had sight before. At one point you were perfect. Now I'm trying to get you back to that state. That's why he gave you a man. These ignorant, dumb people sit around trying to teach themselves. That's why he gave you a man, because it was by man you fell. By man he had to reconcile you. You know what bad with that? That don't make sense. Because if a man is the reason why I fell, like a woman do, I don't need no man. How you got pregnant? How you got here if you didn't need no man? Don't make sense to use what it is that I failed to save me. Don't make sense you get bit with by a snake and they take the venom and use that to kill you. Don't make sense. Don't make sense to give you some of the flu virus to try to get rid of the flu. I don't understand. I'm confused. Wonder where they got that from. They got it from him.
Amen.
He put that practice in. You didn't get it by yourself. Got it from him. Only he gave that because he know you'll believe that natural before you'll believe me. He know how you'll believe. Why you think when he came, he made sure you saw everybody before he came? Because you're the idiot. You'll believe the natural before you believe the spiritual. I need to let you see the natural, then you understand the spiritual. Huh? Shaul tried to, how is it with that which is natural, then that which is spirit? Because that's how you know. That's your thinking process. Y'all got these good degrees you still paying on. You got to stay these people dummy. You ain't got enough brain in your head to think on your own, to think on a spiritual attribute. You got to think like them books done taught you to think. If it ain't in the dictionary, it ain't a word. You doing idiot? How they say if it's not a word? People dumb you down.
Yeah.
You said let these people control your faith and your wisdom, your understanding. That man trying to save you. He said, I know what it takes to save you. I know how you fail. I seen your fall when I put you here. I already knew you were going to lean and put your heart over toward these people. I knew you were going to go a whoring after their God, even though I told you not to do it. We ain't do nothing that threw this man off. He already had set a way up.
Amen.
When Yeshayahu seen me, and a highway should be and a way, and it shall be called the way of Kadash. He already learned the unclean ain't going to pass over it. It's going to be for those, the wayfaring, the traveling, man, those food, he said, won't error therein. They ain't going to error. That's why when Shaul told you to wake up, when he told you to get and told you to walk circumspect, you walk on the Kadash word. You got to walk right. Huh? And guess what he said? And Mashiach going to give you light. He going to give you back your sight. Huh? That's what Dawood tried to tell you. His word was a light. It's a lamp unto my feet. It's a light to my path. So I can see how to walk. When Shaul told you that furthermore you have received us how you ought to walk, so you can please Yahuwah, that you would abound more and more, for you know what commandments we gave you. What are y'all doing? You ain't got no business committing no sin.
That's right. That's right.
Y'all sit here and you're damned already. Because you don't believe. Let you know before you get started, you're damned. Because whatsoever not of faith is sin. I ain't get up this morning to commit no sin.
That's right.
I got what I commit to do with him. I want to be counted worthy with him. Huh? Come here in the morning and say, I don't believe it. It's sin. I love it that way. Ain't that right? Let me know how to walk.
That's right.
So don't go do this. I'm going to go and I'm going to put this in him. I don't believe he's going to do it. He said, put it back in your pocket. Why? It's sin.
That's right. I
love it that way. I love all of him that won't just take anything from us. Well, go ahead and just take a chance. Ain't playing no lottery. Like Shaul said, we not the one that beat him in the air. Isn't that right? Come on, son, finish that third chapter. Other brother, give me that 6th chapter of the book of Kazum. 6 and about 11. Listen.
I counsel thee
to buy of me
gold,
try
in the fire.
For what reason, son?
That thou mayest be rich.
And wear what?
White raiment.
Listen.
That thou mayest be clothed.
And what else happened,
and
son?
And that the shame of thy nakedness do not appear.
Sat there and saw all them wrinkles and dents in your behind and your legs. He said, boy, you're going to be ashamed. They all going to laugh at you. He said, you better buy from me. Cover that big, nasty body up. Folks going to think you're a man. Going to think you're a woman. Going to look down. You ain't got no slum. Better done covered all that up down there. Say, excuse me, ma'am. I mean, sir? He said, you better buy from me. Cover your behind up. So you sit here and you butt naked. He said, you know, we look like a fool. We're going to put on these clothes while somebody ring the doorbell by. I'm trying to run the door, put on some clothes. When it's, whoo, I ain't want to come to the door and dread. He's sitting here looking and saying, you stupid nigga. I see straight through you. You don't let these people come along and make a fool. I make you think you cold. You don't even realize you naked. So what I need to do, all of him, I'm counseling you. Counseling, recommendation for a course of behavior. That's their definition for their words. That's why he give you a man to try to counsel you. To realize you need to try to purchase. I try to tell you nothing free. Why are you going to tell you to buy from him? Stupid self. Tell me everything free. Ain't nothing free. Go ahead and sign a little free cruise. Sign up. Nigga, your email, everybody going to be hitting you up. They don't sell all your information, your date of birth, everything. What year you were born? What's your phone number? What's your email? Because they finna sell it. Not finna give you nothing for free. Make a fool out you. He ain't never told you about nothing free. Told you to buy the truth and sell it not. Gonna cost you something, you gonna make it in. Anything you pay for, you gonna tend to have a little more behind. That's why the idiot gonna lose the lottery. They ain't got nothing in it. You go put something in it, you'll tend to look at how you use it. You tend to be a little wiser how you handle it. Isn't that right? When you look at what it takes in order for you to be saved, you tend to put a little more behind it. Make sure you don't lose it. When you ain't got nothing invested in, you make a fool out yourself. Come on, son.
And anoint thine eyes with eye salve.
And anoint thine eyes with what?
Eye salve.
And anoint thy eyes with what?
Eye salve.
So I can be blind?
That thou mayest see.
That's what we talking about. That's what we talking about. Huh? Get your sight. Huh? You're trying to get your sight back. You blind. I'm trying to get you back to a state of being perfect like they were in the garden. Everything they see in that point was what he designed for them to see. Huh? Everything they did in the garden, what he designed for them to do. Huh? They were designed to set up and make more prototypes just like them. People that come from Elohim and produce the same behavior as Elohim. But when they took on the side of these people, the side of the world, we lost that estate. Now we've been reduced down just like these people here. We've been reduced down. We lost an estate. Now we go now, wild beasts of the field, they tear us up. At one time, we could talk to animals. They could talk to us. You know, white folk let them do it. White folk give them a movie about a white man, and he talked with animals. Dr. Doolittle. Dumb niggas. So they make mockery. What the purpose of animal come to me to find out what his name is? We can't talk. I just told his name is. What purpose they gonna make? He can't talk anyway. He's even said. I said elephant. I don't know what he just said. All right, don't make sense. Just makes sense that Betty was sitting on top of her ass, sitting on top of Felicia, was sitting on top back of Prince and them, and you sit here and they were talking to him, and they said, "Why you hit me these 3 times?" How they do? How they pull that off? Explain to me how exactly this happened. Said they couldn't talk, but you believe that though, right?
Amen.
A woman used that to say that's why she can preach, but you don't believe they could talk in the garden when Adam talked to her. To tell them what their name was.
Amen.
Noah got to get them on the ship. Where you going to get them the way they need to go to? They can't talk. Y'all don't want to, don't worry about it. That's all you remember. It just happened one time. That Duncan, the only one could talk. Huh? Not only that, the ass even told him, "Haven't I been yours? Had sense enough to know who I belong to. Have I not been your own ass all this time? Ain't been your little Felicia, ain't been your little princess? The whole time now." Y'all all right? That bad. Let's see what he told you. This is Yahoo 1-1. That bad. Let's see how much sense. Let's see how dumb the animals are. Or let's see if you the diamond. Yes, Yahoo 1-1. I can help these folks out that they believe me. It was only one time event. The only time animal could talk. But the animal just come to him, he just named him. For what reason? Since I don't speak, what did you say? I got to come to you to get my name. Hold on, let's see what happened. Hold that right. Borrow a sheet right quick. Chapter 2. 2 and 6. The other one, you still hold me, Yeshayahu. Yeshayahu, chapter, hold me, Yeshayahu 1-1. Other brother got me Barashit, chapter 2 at verse 15. Listen.
And Elohim took the man and put him into the garden of Eden to dress it and to keep it. And Elohim commanded the man, saying, "Of every tree of the garden thou mayest freely eat, but of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil thou shalt not eat of it.
Come on.
For in the day that thou eatest thereof thou shalt surely die."
Listen.
And Elohim said, "It is not good that the man should be alone.
What you gonna do?
I will make him an help meet for him."
Come on.
And out of the ground Elohim formed every beast of the field and every fowl of the air, and brought them unto Adam to see what he would call them. And whatsoever Adam called every living creature,
What happened, son?
that was the name thereof.
What did he do now? He brought the creature where now? What did he do? Out of the ground he formed every creature?
Every beast of the field and every fowl of the air, and brought them unto Adam to see what he would call them.
He brought them to him to see what he gonna call them. Come on.
And whatsoever Adam called every living creature,
What happened, son?
that was the name thereof.
Listen.
And Adam gave names to all cattle, and to the fowl of the air, and to every beast of the field. But for Adam there was not found an help meet for him.
Come on, son.
And Elohim caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam.
And what happened, son?
And he slept, and he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh instead thereof.
And what did he do?
And the rib which Elohim had taken from man,
What did he do?
made he a woman,
And what did he do with that woman?
and brought her unto the man.
For what reason?
And Adam said, This is now bone of my bones, and flesh of my flesh.
And why you think he brought her to the woman? What did he say?
She shall be called woman.
So why he bring her to him? The name, and she didn't know what her name was, huh? Had the name. She didn't know what her name was? She didn't know her name. She didn't know what her name was, huh? They know what their name is. They knew who they belonged to. Yeshayahu 1:1. 1:1. Listen.
The vision of Yashayahu, the son of Amos, which he saw concerning Yehuda and Jerusalem in the days of Uzziah, Jotham, Ahaz, and Hezekiah, Malaks of Yehuda. Hear, O Shamayim, and give ear, O Aritz, for Yahuwah have spoken. I have nourished and brought up children,
He said, Yahuwah don't smoke. I nourished and brought up children. What happened, son?
and they have rebelled against me.
Listen.
The ox knoweth his owner, and
Big, they gonna nerve to call you a dumb ox. That's an insult to the ox. Really, that's an insult to the ox. Somebody don't do some stuff, you say, look at you. Just say somebody ostracize or Andre size. What is it? You big dumb ox. You don't know nothing. That's an insult to the ox. He talking to people right here now. He talking to people. Look what he telling people. The ox.
knoweth his owner,
Tell me about Felicia and Prince back in.
and the ass his master's crib.
They know they draws. But Yashraal.
Doth not know, my people doth not consider.
So what you think the purpose of him telling you that? He let you know you dumber than animals. We got the nerve to call the animals dumb. He let you know you the dummy. He said the animals know where they belong. They know where they belong to. An ox know his owner. The ass know his master's crib, but you're dumb behind. You don't even know me. We be saying stuff. I see that? Terminology. We get it from them. We just start calling people stuff, thinking it's smart. Whole time you don't realize you the dummy. He tell you that's how dumb we are. He said, you don't even know me. We're in bad shape. Our people are in a bad state. Because we cite and say things that these people taught us to say, and you don't even know what you're saying. That's an insult to an ox. You said, look at that dumb ass. No. The reason he called it dumb was not because it was stupid, because it couldn't speak. That's why I use the terminology dumb. Not dumb, stupid. It was dumb because it couldn't speak, but he allowed it to speak. Same thing he did with the animal when he was in the garden. Same thing he did with the garden. Same thing he did when he was loading them up on the ark. They had to come to him. Huh? Put a spirit on to come to him. Come on, man. The male ain't that female? God know how to rationalize that. How I know to turn around and go back? I'm just a dumb animal. If I pop up, I don't know all the rush I'm going. How you going to stop me? Huh? You. Come on. You. Come on. Rest go back. God know how to rationalize. God know a female from a male. There's a lot going on you just don't think about because you watch TV. If I could walk like the animal, talk like the animal. If you could, you wouldn't be as stupid as you were. We actually wouldn't be as stupid as we were. We've been fighting with these folks call us a ape. You actually be smarter. Koof in the Bible. Nigga ain't in there. White man ain't either. Or white woman. Koof in the Bible. We're in bad shape. These folk done dumbed us down so bad we don't even think, folks. This man watching us. This man watching our estate. Realize you've been saying stuff that you just got from these people. You hadn't really sat down and came up with the original idea on your own yet, have you? You don't want to believe it because he gets you not to believe it. But you know what white people been doing? They don't tell you about. They've been sitting down, putting these animals in here, and they talk to them. That's what bad. Animal can't talk to them. Hey, what's wrong, boy? What's wrong? Tell me what. You know why they do that? Because they know the animals can talk. They know they done talked before. Why are you talking to them? Don't make sense. Come on. Why are you talking English to them? Why are you like, oh, mama? Shoot you in the foot every time. Just let's see how hypocrite. These people actually sitting down with these animals trying to distinguish, trying to take their voice and trying to learn, interpret what they're saying. Amazing. You know these folks actually trying to communicate with the animals. They're trying to get where they can communicate with them. He ain't going to let them do it. That's a spirit he only gave to one. It ain't for them. It ain't for them. They can't get it. See, everything they try to turn you away from, these white folks spending millions and billions of dollars trying to figure this stuff out. Because they believe the book. They ain't no fool. They realize this man was talking to the animals in the garden. They ain't no fool. That's only they researching why they spending so much money. They know this man had to be communicating with these animals for them to know how to count and get them on this ship. You just go somewhere and try to count them out. See if you can get you by. See if you can go get you by. See if you can get you by 4 elephants to do what you want them to do. Go try to get you by 4 of them giraffes. See if you can get them to do what you want them to do. They'll show you real quick. Go try to get you 14 of them Cape buffaloes. Go ahead and try it over. Go try it one time. I want to see you go get 14 Cape buffalo. Let me see you work them on the ship. You know, they're going to bust the size out that done thing. You don't have no, man, Cape buffalo so done violent, it's ridiculous. That boy hitting right at 2,000 pounds. His aggression ridiculous. Go in there and try to talk with them hippos. More African die in Africa from hippos than any other animal out there. Go out there and try to get you by 4 of them done hippos on top of that ship. Get them in there, they used to being in water. Your behind finna be chewed up. Isn't that right? These people don't get that man credit for nothing, but yet these white folk play fools with y'all. Y'all don't realize they have them in them cages because they're trying to figure out their speech pattern. They do the same thing with hyenas. They're trying to tell you now hyenas can count. Oh, yeah, they've already figured. They don't sit here and watch. They've studied them. They spend big money. They say they can count. They sat back to watch them watch a herd. They said, do you know these things can count? They'll watch a herd. You watch their face and you're watching how they look at them. They said they can count. White people don't tell y'all nothing. They make a fool out. Go ask why all these people you see do all this scientific stuff, they always be white. They don't want y'all niggas to know that. Y'all niggas start thinking, you figure this stuff out, you're going to realize something. Your book ain't far-fetched. They books far-fetched. Let's start. They don't need you to believe. They don't want you to believe. They need you to be dumb. That's what they send you to school for, to be dumb. School is you to dumb you down. It's propaganda. I need you to believe my facts. I need you to believe my fiction. I need you to see like I want you to see. I don't need you to see like this man wants you to see. Come out with your Greek mythology, everything you got Greek. Running around with some Nike shoes, thinking them shoes make you fast, your retarded self. You slow, don't care what kind of shoe, you still slow. Those shoes make you run faster. Nike dedicated to a Greek god. They ain't got you a superhero nigga walking around with a big Superman on their chest, Batman. That's why he sucks so much money, the Dog Knight. Anything to copy us. Huh? You know, he worked better in the night. That's amazing. Our Elohim come as a thief in the night. See, they always using Greek mythology to pull you away from the truth. Only time they got something black, look at something black doing everything. No superpower. It's just above all the rest of these people's capability. And then you sit around nigga trying to be white. Dog Knight made so much money on him, man, beat up everything. Smart, witty. Isn't that right? Rich. He got you now broke, dumb nigga trying to be white. Give you some Greek god. That's how he gets you. All that stuff, that's the Greek gods. Get your kids all that junk. I'll keep sending me some good information I'm going to give y'all. In with these cartoons, the sex they put on them. The Little Mermaid, all of them. I got a little picture for y'all to see her. Sitting out, a leg open, and the little dress done popped up, little vagina right, the leg open. Oh, they got a lot of sexual connotation. Get rid of that junk. Get rid of them tape. Them kids don't need that junk. Got junk cartoons spelling sex in the water. I let you see it. They got you. Because you know what they know we do? We get these cartoons. What you going to do? You put on. So you put it on, and it's going out of the room because they locked into it. They got us. Because they already know we ain't going to watch. You don't check it. Got a whole list of showing the picture, just showing you all the little parts, showing you all the little snippets, showing you with the little sex scene. Kid just sitting there just locked. You be like, good, they locked. Of course I'm locked in. I just seen a cartoon vagina. I ain't going nowhere. They got it because they know when you put them on. How many of y'all got those cartoon videos and tapes? How many of y'all have them? How many of y'all sat down and watch them with them? You watch all of them? Sometimes we stick them on and we leave out. Yeah, but we ain't going to watch all of them. Because they smart. They know how to grab them in and keep them moving. Huh? All these Teletubbies gay. They ease them out. One of them Winky, one of them little niggas, one of them gay. They got now SpongeBob gay. Yeah, he SpongeBob gay. I'm telling him he's gay. He's gay. They count on us but guess what though? This is on us because we trusted the oppressor to rear our kids up and thinking something entertaining, something to help out the kid, and they got learning in them. That's how they get us. And we set them right there and leave. They got control of our kids. Then we wonder why they doing stuff. Why they doing stuff? What's wrong with you? Said, I ain't going to let you watch them cartoon kids straighten up for a while. I didn't get back to them cartoons. Them cartoons directed my whole life. Oh, y'all be shocked to see some of this stuff. I ain't just talking. I'm going to let y'all get to see it. I'll shoot it to you so you can look and see some of the connotations yourself. That way you can look and see, let you judge and just see why a cartoon need to write sex in the water. They got them. They getting them real good. They got good little stuff. They got one with a little mouse sitting on top of another mouse lap. Little mouse just laying right there, just sitting on top of his little penis. Just sitting there loud. What the point? See, the kid mimic this. As small as some of the stuff I might see, kids mimic what they see. You don't believe it? That's why he called you the children of Yashral. Guess why? You were supposed to mimic what you see. That's why he told you about not mixing with the other nation, because kids will get twisted up easy. You didn't pay attention to it. That's why he told you were the children. If you're children are apt to learn quick. They're attached to things. That's why I needed you not to mix with others. Same thing your parent told you about that. I don't want you in that neighborhood. I don't want you going over their house. I don't want you playing with those kids because you're a child and you're going to be subject to take on their behavior. Same thing he told you about these nations because you're children. Children going to mimic. I told you my dad used to say, I had to get on the other side. I can't look at me. I'd be sitting up. I'd be doing like this beside him. He'd look down at me. I'd be trying to do what he do because I was a child. He knows what kind of thinking you have. You have the thinking of a child. So you're going to sit down and you're going to mimic what you see. Just bad, you don't attach to the bad parts. Good parts, you tend to move away from that. You tend to not pay that any attention. Well, they woke up then, they thought about their kid wasn't need sex toys. Your kid don't need no Playboy, no Penthouse. You might well give it to him and Hustler too. Cartoon been giving it to him. How many kids know these cartoons have sexual little stuff going on in them? Any kids? The kid like, he a foul prophet. They're like, I like Creflo Dollar. It's a TDJ, Dollar loose. Look here. And don't go praying to Jesus for nothing to happen to me either. So we went and put weeds in my front yard. They thought that messed us up. It's just stuff but guess what? They count on us not paying attention. They count on us not worried about it, thinking everything's safe. These people can program you through cartoons. They program you through commercials. Okay. I don't even like that little Renner Center commercial. Al and his conscience. I thought them two black guys were sleeping together. Y'all seen that Finger Hut commercial? Both of them laying in the bed. I said, them niggas gay. They said, no, that's his conscience. We don't play like that. My country don't sleep in no bed with me like that. We don't do that. My country definitely don't be looking like no other man. All this is questionable. Why my country this big old black man on her? Something wrong with my country. I need to get my country washed out. Why your country can't be a pretty nice female over there? Got another nigga lay up in the bed with you? See, I be thinking about, I can't do those. See, y'all don't believe commercials have connotation to them? They do. I'll show you how and how powerful commercials are. How many of y'all feel like commercials really ain't a big deal to you? I mean, to me, it's really not. But I'll show you how one worked. They had a nice one they took off from y'all. Black man laying on the couch. Little girl went in, white girl asked her mama, said, Mama, are these good for your heart? She said, yeah. He went right in there with them Cheerios, and that man woke up, he said, what? Poured them Cheerios all on her daddy's chest. She was a little white girl, and the daddy was black. Do y'all know how many white folk went off and pulled that commercial? Y'all forgot that commercial, didn't you? Look it up. White woman was talking to her white daughter. She asked her mama, are these good for your heart? She was like, yeah. The man was on the couch sleeping. He woke up, he had Cheerios all over his chest. He was like, what? Girl, one of them in there. Them white folks called Cheerio, made them snatch that commercial down. And on the show a couple of times. They don't have no power. You know what white folks will tell you? You say something about commercial. Come on, it's just a commercial. They didn't even show the white girl in the room with it or the white woman. But that connotation alone showed, hold on for a minute, that nigga was supposed to be her daddy? Do you know what this will look like if other people see this? They get y'all every time. Go look the commercial up. White folk move that fast. You know what nigga do? I ain't worried about it. Because white people know what you see, you tend to mimic. They play y'all all the time, make you think that. They never even let you know they went off like that. Cheerio, look how Cheerio just moved it real quick. Got out of the way. Because you know they look that. I don't want nobody to even think about no interracial marriage. I got a white daughter. They think I don't never want my white daughter to think about marrying no nigga. Get that commercial down now. Okay. They're more afraid of white women marrying black men than white men marrying black women. They really worry about that one. See, white men slept with black women in slavery time. That's common. But a white woman sleep with a black man, kill her and the nigga. Because once her wound done got infected with black semen, I don't care if she ain't had no baby, she could have dead. That's Nicole Simpson. Oh, they knew what that was. That was a good sign to let y'all know. When you cross that line and you go marry one of these niggas, he kill you, we don't care nothing about you. They look at this, you were dead already. The only reason why O.J. Simpson's sitting in prison now is for the white boy. They lost a good, clean white boy who snorted dope, that they lost him. He was the one that was sacrificed. He the one they cared the most about. Her, I care a flying flip about. She had 2 black kids came out her womb. She'll never be usable again for a white man. Ain't got no white man putting no semen in her and make no baby. That baby started to come out. Y'all don't realize they already look at something, y'all. You know whites even have a divide. Y'all didn't know that? You don't get dog hair and brown eye from nowhere. White nature is to have blue eyes and blonde hair. Why y'all think those the people look at as the elite? Come on, Hollywood. If you blonde, you run Hollywood. You can run it. You hear me? Blonde can run. They tell you who have more fun. Who? Blondes, because they ain't got the black trait mix in them. Why y'all think white people have that dark hair, have them dark eyes? They don't look at you the same way they look at no blue eyes. You can sing and play if you want to, but you will never be me. You go to Europe and South and them try to get dark. They want to be, listen, I'm joking, every day they measure their body by a white piece of paper. Hope I don't turn into a nigga. All right. These folks, y'all don't be knowing that. How many of y'all didn't know that? Anytime you see any dark hair on a white person or dark eyes, you have a trace of mix. White people don't look at you the same way. Pure white, your hair should be blonde. Your eyes should be blue like the water. Ain't that right? That's what they love. I'm telling you, you walk up here today, you got that blonde hair and blue eyes, you just wrote your own ticket. You just wrote your own ticket. You ain't got not now nigga in you. All right. These white folks, they don't be knowing. A lot of stuff y'all black, y'all just don't know. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. They count on y'all not to know. Y'all don't know. That's why white folks have to divide with each other. They ain't going to tell you about it because you're a nigga. You ain't supposed to know. Nigga the only one running their mouth, tell you everything you got going. White folks don't tell you everything going on with them. You're a servant. Even the book told you, he ain't going to tell a nigga everything he do. Nigga, you supposed to be in the field. What you need to know what's going on in my house? I'm telling people that already know my culture. This ain't stuff y'all want to hear, is it? They need to know this stuff. These are facts for you. Then y'all see why your house so messed up now. They got TV to program you. Dr. Phil, Sorry Slob, Oprah Winfrey. That's why she putting them women on there. She going to eat them up later. You know Oprah's favorite gospel song? Oh, here she come. Watch out, girl, she'll chew you up. All right now. She's a woman eater. She only come out at night. Ooh. All right. Go listen. Go on through that. Go on through and listen to Oprah music. You'll see what she got. Huh? All right. Y'all will learn. Go find out her favorite TV talk show host, Rose O'Donnell. Ella DeGeneres. Huh? I'm trying to tell you, these folks gonna mess y'all up. Mess up these little homes. Got these women mind messed up, got you run off from her. You don't need no man. Go ahead and make a fool out of you. You don't need your dad either, huh? You don't need nothing. You don't need your son. You don't need your brother. You don't need nobody. Soon as something come happen, you want, why these men don't hold the door for a heifer? You say you don't need them, man. You open the door. Car broke down. Where these men at? Sorry, men won't help you. Heifer, you say you ain't need no man. You change your tire. Then soon they get ready to move, they're going to call some men. 2 men and a truck. Why don't you go call 2 dykes and a vibrator? I'm telling them lies, talking about they don't need no man. You do need a done man. Got the nerve to call 2 men and a truck, they don't need no man. Throw all that heifer stuff out the window. So now go get them dikes and put it back together and you go put in your own truck. And then right as soon as they go somewhere to eat time, you ain't going to pay for my meal. You know I'm a woman. Which lie you going to stay with? You don't want a nigga to pay for their food all the time. Don't play that junk. Y'all all right? Mouth still trying to get together, ain't it? They're going to take a minute. Make sure she get a demerit. Make sure twin get a demerit. Put a demerit by her name. Y'all all right? Man, these folks, I'm trying to tell these folks, make a fool out of us out here. Don't just sit around talking about no independent. Just like a man, he need a woman too. No good and done way ain't that been made better for no man than a woman. Man, let you sit there and look at every animal out there. Been out there, ain't no use of going back there looking no more. I was looking at the back end of that horse. The man done told you it ain't for you. You ever had some chicken sex before? You shouldn't either. Make sure Allie get her to marry too. Trying to tell these folks done mess y'all mind up. I ain't never want to watch no tape, no folk have no sex with no animal. Let me have that junk. That junk, they try to program. That man done told you, man, he already looked though. He said, ain't none of that for you. Nothing. So you were looking at that nigga, you were asleep. Wake your behind up. This is what you need right here. Had it right by his side. He's old, got mine. Y'all hear me? Get y'all mind together. This society on program make a fool out of us. Try to get her back to some normalcy, get her back to some doing self-respect, some dignity, get her back to the book. That's the only thing gonna save us. Well, I got you holding, son. And I had the 80th chapter of the book of Tahalim. But let's just go and finish that 44th chapter of the book of Yeshayahu. I'll come back another day and get that. Wonderful. Hushadon. Y'all come in, y'all get Bible and facts.
Amen.
Things you need to know. So I'm going to make sure I send y'all over them little cartoons so y'all can see some of that junk. Get that junk, get them to throw that junk in there doing trash. We'll make the cartoon for the kid. Got a kid, go there and get the Torah. Sound and read and get right. So I need to get saved, get my life right. Say, oh, that's a good cartoon. Isn't that right? Cartoon that they obey, just sit there the whole time, sitting still. So that's what you need to learn. Teach you patience. Y'all all right? We'll make you some cartoons. You know, you want an action one, all you had to do, we used to do that, you draw the first cartoon on a piece of paper and another one up under it doing something. Then you tear the paper and get your pencil, move it fast like that, it like it moving. Say, there you go, right there. Y'all remember that? How many of y'all remember that? And you roll that top part up with your pencil. And you keep moving it back and forth. It look like the cartoon doing something, your little drawing. That's a whole show right there. Do that about 30 minutes. Be tired, guarantee they go to sleep when they get through. I'll be here, they'll quit doing stealing. Y'all all right? All right, listen. Come on.
Continuing at verse 6.
Listen.
Thus saith Yahuwah, the Malak of Yasharon.
Come on.
And his Redeemer, Yahuwah of hosts. I am the first and I am the last.
Y'all hear that? Which means he's the who, brother? Aleph and the Toot. That's exactly right. Which means he will actually be the Rosh. That's the verse, the Rosh. Y'all got that? He's the Aleph and the Toot. Isn't that right? That's the mark. That's why we look at the Toot, because this is our last alphabet. The Aleph is the first. So we look at him being the Aleph and the Toot, first and the last. That's what he said he was. Isn't that right? That's what Yahuwah is telling us. Yahushua hadn't came on the scene yet. Not in the flesh. This is Yahuwah telling us this. So now we're going to find Yahuwah. Where we going to look for him at? We got to look for him in Yahuwah, in Yehuda. We got to look at what tribe he came out of. We got to go back to look at Yehuda. You got to remember what Moshe told us. A prophet shall Yahuwah our Elohim raise up like unto me. Of the who? Of the brethren. It made no sense to be just searching around through him. We should have looked for him in Yehuda. Y'all hear me? Kazum 1, verse 8. So in your Old Testament law, there's no way he'd have told you no first and no last. He'd have told you that he would have been the Aleph and the Toot. Huh? Or he'd have told you he was the Rosh. They're still going to put her back at the Aleph. Listen.
I am the Aleph and Toot.
See? And now tell them what he said over him. What they claim he said.
I am Alpha and Omega.
He going to tell you something Greek. He going to be something Greek. See, that's how they pull you over to their mythology and make a fool out you. Tell you that their Greek is equivalent to what we have. That's a lie. The Greeks have always tried to copy what we got. Amen. We got the oldest language and writing that's on the planet. Don't ever believe these hypocrite people. Aramaic is no way it could be no older. That's a lie. That's a lie. There's not no oldest writing. That's not the oldest language. That's a lie. You can't believe these people.
Amen. That's right.
He sat down, he done talked to Adam. You tell me he was speaking Aramaic? That's a lie. He was speaking our language. What we so-called Hebrew. He was speaking our language. Don't let these people make no fool out of you. The laws he had were in our language. The same laws that Abel would have had, the same one Cain would have had. The same law that Abraham would have been familiar with. Because that's the only way he was told that Abraham obeyed my laws and kept my statutes and my judgment. He knew the same law that Adam would have known. The same law that Noah would have known. That's why Noah would know what animal was clean and unclean. We had the oldest language. Aramaic, these people copied from us. All these people are liars. The Greeks are liars. The Latin liars. They've tried to emulate what we have. We don't even have them cricket letters. Listen.
The beginning and the ending.
Said
Yahuwah, which is, and which was, and which is to come, the Almighty.
Same man. Same man. Come on back to what you got, son, 44th chapter, which would have been Yahushua, is who you would have seen. He said Yahuwah, would have been Yahushua. Which is, which was, which is to come. That's who we're looking for to appear back in. After he come back and set everything in order, what is he going to do, brother? He's going to turn all rule and authority back over to Yahuwah. That's why he was setting his seat until. He told him to sit down here till. Root word of until. I make thine enemy thy footstool. After he finished and accomplished that, then he's going to turn rule back over to the Father. Don't let these folks make no fool out of you. That Elohim may be all in all. Huh? So we know when Yahuwah, when he came down here to appear before us, he appeared out of the tribe of Yehuda. Isn't that right? That's where we look for him to come from. All right. Come on, son. Finish this up.
And beside me there is no Elohim, and who, as I, shall call.
So it makes sense when he told you when Thomas asked him to show us the Father, and it suffices us. He said, I've been with you that long, you don't know me? He that have seen me. So why would you follow a religion that tell you it's 2 and 3 gods? It's not possible. He just told you besides me,
there is no Elohim.
So the name Yahusha makes sense. Isn't that right? Because that tells you that Yah is salvation. He had to use a man. Just like they had to use a portion of these diseases to cure you. He had to use a man to heal you. Because you had a man's disease. Sin is a man disease. Come on, son.
And who, as I, shall call and shall declare it, and set it in order for me, since I appointed the ancient people.
That's going to make sense. They're going to call and they're going to put him in order. He said, who's going to call and put in order for me? Since I'm the one that appointed the people before. Who's going to do it? Come on, son.
And the things that are coming and shall come, let them shew unto me, unto them. Fear ye not, neither be afraid. Have not I told thee from that time, and have declared it? Ye are even my witnesses. Is there a Elohim beside me?
He asking you, so you be the witness. Can these people put in order anything that he said? They don't even know the ancient people. They're going to show you cavemen that came from monkeys. And evolved from a monkey to a man to a suit and a briefcase. That's what he's going to show you. Tell me what's to come that they done declared that he hadn't already told you. He said, who else done did it? Everything that come to pass. He said, I told you about it. Huh? All right, listen.
Yea, there is no Elohim, I know not any. They that make a graven image are all of them vanity.
Listen.
And their delectable things shall not profit.
Listen.
And they are their own witnesses. They see not nor know, that they may be ashamed. Who hath formed a god or a molten graven image that is profitable for nothing?
Come on.
Behold, all his fellows shall be ashamed, and the workmen, they are of men. Let them all be gathered together, let them stand up, yet they shall fear, and they shall be ashamed together.
Come on.
The smith with the tongs both worketh in the coals, and fashioneth it with hammers, and worketh it with the strength of his arms. Yea, he is hungry, and his strength faileth. He drinketh no water, and is faint.
Mm-hmm.
The carpenter stretcheth out his rule, he marketh it out with a line. He fitteth it with planes, and he marketh it out with a compass, and maketh it after the figure of a man, according to the beauty of a man, that it may remain in the house. He heweth him down cedars, and taketh the cypress and the oak, which he strengtheneth for himself among the trees of the forest. He planteth an ash, and the rain doth nourish it. Then shall it be for a man to burn, for he will take thereof and warm himself. Yea, he kindleth it, and baketh bread. Yea, he maketh a god, and worshipeth it.
Yeah.
He maketh a graven image, and falleth down thereto. He burneth part thereof in the fire, with part thereof he eateth flesh. He roasteth roast, and is satisfied. Yea, he warmeth himself, and saith, Aha, I am warm, I have seen the fire. And the residue thereof he maketh a god, even his graven image. He falleth down unto it, and worshipeth it.
Come on.
And prayeth unto it, and saith, Deliver me, for thou art my God.
You know how stupid you got to be to do all this? He done took you through step by step just how stupid these people are. He said, you got this smith that sit here and take this junk and put it in the fire and fashion this stuff. You got another man that sit here with a compass and measure this junk out and make it, and they fix it up and design it to look like a man. He said, make it according to the beauty of the man. He said, then the fool just made it to keep it in the house. He said, then the food take part of the stuff and he burn in the ashes and he say, and he cook his food on it and then he warm himself with it. And the junk he done made, he done sat down and wore himself out and he done sat here and got himself full and fat and stupid and tired and he done sat down and prayed to the ha-ha, my God. He said, you know how stupid you are. He said, you know how stupid you are to do this? You done sat here and form this junk and you had the nerve to pray to it? I'm going to sit here and work up metal, work up cutting down, chopping wood, design this junk out, drawing it out and cutting and measuring. Pick this junk up and got to burn and cook it and burn part of the stuff up. That's supposed to be the God, I'm burning it up. Now, what happened to the rest of the God? I done fashioned, man, too much God. Cut it off and burn it up. They'll use some of it to warm my food up. Part of the God. I don't even need that part of the God. I done cut part of the God off and done burnt it up. How you got too much God? He just ran through all this stuff to let you see, do not dumb you got to be. And part of the junk you use for your food. You eat this stuff? Come on, son.
They have not known nor understood, for he has shut their eyes.
Wow. See that? That's how you worship these false gods. He let you know again what happened. You blind to his ways. Then shut your eyes. What happened, son?
That they cannot see, and their hearts that they cannot understand.
And you know what we mess up at? We sit up here trying to convince these people they serving these idols. You'll watch these people. I remember Brother Anthony was talking about that, how he would carry that Buddha doll. And guess what Buddha look like? A man. You know they make him gold. Something they got to fashion. They got to put in the fire, and they carry it around and tote it around, burn stuff. Everybody got God sacrifice. Even our God have a sacrifice. He told us to be a living sacrifice. See, at the first, we took livestock animals and we would sacrifice. Everybody came on mimicking us. Just like Malak, coming on doing the same thing. Allah told her everything that breaking the make trade, you're supposed to give it over to Elohim. They turned around and got their kid. They didn't understand our right. They took theirs and put it in the fire. Everybody mimicked us, so now he pulled us away from these sacrifices. He said, I want you to present your body as a living sacrifice. Matter of fact, make it Kodash. Why these stupid people still killing themselves and still throwing people and sacrificing people in, these Hollywood stars, they sacrifice. Jennifer Hudson sacrifice. You don't just pop up from no done America. Did she even win that year? No. She didn't even win. Blew up. Didn't even win and blew up, Dave. Here you are singing for inauguration. Then you sit here in a major film, Jamie Foxx, Beyonce, all these folks you done beat out. You sit here and you're done leading role up, came from a done run up in America Idol. Sacrifice your family, then you're done mother and your daughter get butchered up. That's sacrifice. You got to give something back. You don't play with them gods and don't give nothing up. Huh? Everybody, you got to give something back. Whitney Houston was at the peak. Eventually, you're going to give something back. Huh? Daughter come right behind her. Yeah, let me tell you something with the devil. He can't complete nothing. He can give you a good start. He just can't complete it. We serve other man that only, if he came and offered you something today, he could do that today. This week, next year, couple of months. But eventually, you know what happened with the devil? All his stuff come to an end. That's all these athletes out here that doing well now. What he offer you, you can do good. You know what? He can't give you longevity. That's why I stay with Yahuwah. That's the only difference between him and Yahuwah. He can't give longevity. He can give you a spark and a start. He can put you at the top of your game. He can let you break all the records that's out here. You know what? Eventually, he drop you. Y'all hear me? The devil is the true epitome of a nigga. You can go and run with him if you want to, like he told Yahusha. He said, all this I give you, bow down and worship me. Huh? All this I give. But you know what? You ain't going to be able to keep it. That's why Yahusha didn't go with him. Only problem with the devil, any of y'all cut deal when you're an idiot. You can't keep it. Because everything belongs to Yahuwah. That's what he told you. He said, the rich is mine and the fullness thereof. So what he give you, you can't keep it. You only borrowing it. The people, that person that won that $1 billion lottery, you don't think they gave out nothing? Oh, you ain't just hit them $1 billion. You sold something. Let me tell you, do y'all not all know this stuff is tied to satanic worship? You tell me I just came up with 6 numbers out of nowhere. You got a book that set him with the devil on it, with a pitchfork. Tell you this is the devil's Bible. If you read this, it interprets your dream. This junk is soothsaying. Yeah. You've been told not to inquire after no wizards, witches. They got a picture of the devil with a pitchfork, and I'm going to church praying to Jesus, believing in God, and I'm reading a book that said this is the devil's Bible. to get a number from God so I can win the lottery and bless my church and my family. Show me one lucky winner that's doing well. Because you know why? They get it from the devil. Y'all play that stuff, that's the devil junk. Name me one. How you go broke in 5 years, $300 million? That $1 billion winner be broke. You know what that $1 billion winner did to get that? They sacrificed more than other people did. They went beyond. Because you know what? You think about this. I'm going to lie to the devil and make him think I'm going to do his stuff. And what I'm going to turn and do is take the money. I'm going to use it for kingdom building. I know. I know. That's how a nigga tell. That's how you convince you. Kingdom building. You don't get no, hold on, $1 billion point, what, 300,000? 3 million? $1.5 billion. Come on. That's what? You know what he said? He said, man, that 1 point. I said, how many? The 0.5 is $1 million. Yeah, because I just told you. You didn't know. You just said, you know. He said, well, what did that point for? Don't worry about it. I just want y'all to understand something. Any of these things that y'all see these people have out here, you can have it. You know why our problem come in? I'm going to get ready to let y'all go. I know I'll finish that up another day. I just want y'all to understand something. There's not anything out here that you see that you can't have. Shaul told us best, and it makes sense. Nothing you see a man or a woman with, you can't have it. You got me? You can have it. The only thing you got to be willing to do, you got to sell your soul. That's why they got it. A lot of these folks, y'all see, they ain't got that stuff. He told you don't, by be not envious of the wicked. All these folks that do this stuff, a lot of these folks not prospering just. They're not prospering just. I know folks doing so well. You said, man, how them folks doing? But then you find out what they believe. They ain't, you know what these people not going to tell you? They ain't going to tell you they doing satanic worship. They're going to say stuff like Jesus and God. I say stuff, I love the Lord, but they have no attributes. They have no truth in them. A lot of stuff, a lot of y'all envious and you watch. That's why I tell you I have spiritual blind. You don't know what people doing out here to get it. Y'all don't know what these people do. You're assuming. I don't know how many of y'all can use that 1 point something billion. I can use it 2 times. I ain't lying. I can use it 2 times. And you know what? If I really want to get it, all I do is sell out something. These people go and see people. Y'all, let me tell you something. These actors, these stars, these celebrities, everyone, listen. These sports figures, they all go and see these people. Don't let nobody fool you. Not everyone, I'm saying, most of your elite, all these people, they all go see them. They got people just in the group just for them to go see them. I said, deal drug. I used to have friends, listen, I had friends. Before we go down to Miami to get drugged, we'll go see this man. I never went to see him. I just was never into it. They would go pay that man $1,800, $2,500. He get them a bag. They go down there and get that dope and guarantee they weren't getting caught and come back. They wasn't going down that road. They go see that man. They pay that joker. Come back with that bag. They go down and pick up that dope. Not one of them ever got caught. I ain't never go see him. Never. I just went into it. It wasn't never my cup of tea. A lot of stuff, people, I did a lot of stuff. Not that I'm better than anybody else. Just when they got into that kind of stuff, I just went into no stuff like that. I just didn't. I just did some stuff. I just wasn't feeling it. I went into it. But I had friends. Listen, they go see that man. Like I told y'all about the devil. That boy the devil. That boy the devil. Y'all hear me? Man, sit in jail and get out. Folk open the door and let him out. All charges they meant. Now shot a man. Y'all hear me? Dropped the charge. Man jumped up and ran out the courtroom. Judge said, K didn't mean. I ain't never said. There's no lie. He's in jail for 3 months. I had a car that I had them beat him out of. That nigga out of jail. That nigga met me right out of that yard, waiting in that car. I pulled up that joke right there. I said, oh, my goodness. Scared me to death. Y'all, I ain't lying. Scared me to death right there. I bought a car for him in my name. Y'all might talk about it. He went to jail. Me and that Cadillac was riding by that thing, bumping and lumping. That nigga, I said, oh, he's gone. That nigga down the road. Listen, let that joke out here. He was sitting there, hair had been plenty of hair, little nigga standing right there. Oh, God almighty. I said, man, hey, let you out. I said, God almighty. All right, they're the truth. If I'm lying, may strike me down. I'm not lying. Let the man out of jail. Went to court now, shot this fella, unloading this joker. The joker down, went to court. The guy jumped up and ran out the courtroom. Judge said, I was charged with this. I ain't never seen nobody get with the stuff he got. When I tell y'all that boy the devil, but them jokers used to go see that Root Man. I tell you, I said that joker at the courthouse, he wanted for murder. At the courthouse, sitting outside in front of the courthouse. Perfect play. Police them done walked all past that joke. Who looking for, everybody looking for, he at the courthouse sitting outside. Joker told me he couldn't even look at him. I'm talking to him, he turned sideways. He said, yeah, somebody told me you supposed to be some kind of preacher or something. I look at that nigga like, what? He said, yeah, I be trying to tell this young fella about it, out there. I'm like, trying to witness? I couldn't imagine it. You be trying to, the devil? I'm trying to tell y'all, man, when I'm telling y'all young folks, a lot of these folks, it ain't just old people, young people, a lot of them not going to tell you what they do because if you know, guess what? You're going to do it. The whole purpose of going seeing these soothsayers, these palm readers, is to make me elite. None of them people going to come out and tell you they're actors. These people do, listen, y'all be like, man, they the greatest. Leonardo DiCaprio, Denzel White, listen, Charlie Sheen, what's the other, Robert Downey Jr. Nigga wake up in other folk bed high on dope. Still get 3 and 4 Iron Man movies. These folks know what they're doing. They go see these people, they channel spirit. These people do seances. These people into a lot of stuff. Y'all love these people. That's what make them go at these gods. Because you know what they realize? Once them people start loving you, dead. That's why Whitney Houston killed herself. The devil took her high as he could take her. Come on, son, let me borrow you for a second. I want you to go right there by Canada. Come at it, and I want you to run up here. Come with me real fast. Not real. You at the top of your game, I can't do nothing else with you. There was another guy here, he peeked out. Listen, a gold medalist training. He had got so high. When he got to, listen, y'all know a track, 400 meters, he had ran that thing 4 times, 2-minute break. The last one he ran up wide open and stopped just like that. Then when he breathing hard. Gold medal, push it. Whoa. So you're at the top of your game. So you're on peaked out. I can't even do nothing else with you. So you got to train yourself. Because you've been so, I can think you could do that. What you think that you had to sell your soul, man, doing it? You got it. When you running this, when you do 447 second crib, 4 times, 47 seconds, every time flat, and the last one you run it wide open, you used to start at them. Say that gold medal, put it, so you done peaked out, you going too high, so I can't even train you no more. Train yourself. Train yourself. But on other ends, these people, and I'm telling y'all this for a reason. I know young people, when I was young, I used to look at these people and emulate these stars and emulate these people. The average of every one of these people out here has sold their soul. I'm just being honest with you. Tarot cards, soothsaying, palm read. They're paying these people. They're doing channeling spirit. And they do all that for the love of people. Look at Whitney. Soon as she lost it, because the devil wouldn't let her keep it. What you do? You walk in there and kill yourself. Same thing Natalie Cole, all the rest of them do. Once you lose the love of these people, you got to kill yourself. These athletes, why y'all think just like when Junior Seau was playing football, that joker was known for being on that line. Soon as the career was over, what he do? Go get a gun and kill himself. Leave a note and blame it on the NFL. Tell the truth. You know what you were doing. You were soothsaying. They conjuring. Don't tell these jokers sit here and read a playbook. Them playbooks are not easy to read. I know what everybody on the field supposed to be doing. Defense and offense. Listen, every play, we play on another team. We don't play. I know everything these people doing. I don't have their playbook. I'm all over the field. I done sold my soul. To us, we be like, they just great like that. These guys all cool. Watch these folks. Y'all saw Stephon Curry come back shooting ball from everywhere, just dropping. I know what these jokers doing. I know what they done. You go back and see that man, same thing with Kobe. He done let him down now. Look at Kobe. Now all of a sudden now Kobe can't buy a ball. I told him he was coming down. But I'm just being honest, because you know what happened. I'm telling you what happened to these folks. That's what that devil do for you. And I'm telling y'all this for a reason. When you sell your soul to the devil, he will give you what you're asking for. But the only thing about it, you ain't gonna. He got to turn around and get it to somebody else. That's the only thing hurt these folks. He got to give it to somebody else after you. And once he cut you loose and drop you, that's when them jokers start looking at it better to die. You know what? That's what he set you up for. Because once you sell your soul out there, man, you ain't coming back to Elohim. There's a lot of stuff. Darryl done playing with the elites out there. You seen before some stuff they did superhuman almost, ain't it? Some stuff you trying to figure. How they do that? And they know what? I know how they do it. They ain't going to tell you. Because if you know, then it ain't nothing special. That's why I'm going to use the drug. That's why I'm going to take synthetic drug. I'm going to take whatever I got to get to stay on top of my game, to stay above everybody. Man, that's a job. You trying to go back and get a contract for more and more million? I need to see some more devil. Devil say, you want to go higher than that? I need to go higher. You sell over everything. You can have it. Because you know they looking at. I'm just dealing with. Most athletes always deal with one thing, today. I deal with all that later. They don't care about the side effect. They don't care about what happens later. Today, I need to be the best that ever played. Later on, you're gone. Later on, everyone ain't supposed to come through here. Otherwise, you just a remembrance. Michael Jordan time coming. Now, that nigga, I don't know what kind of deal he cut with the devil. Little kid crying. Don't even Michael Jordan been out of football, out of basketball 20 years. God, I want some Jordan. Everybody at daycare sell Michael Jordan. How everybody at your daycare know Michael Jordan? Your teacher ain't even old enough to know Michael Jordan. That's right. What's wrong with Kobe? He raped that white girl. Just throw that out there.
Amen.
I'm trying to tell y'all now, use your head. A lot of y'all adults in y'all do. Y'all looking at what other people got. You don't know what they got to do to keep it.
That's right.
A lot of people look at what I got. I be hustling.
That's right.
I get it with very little sleep. I'm always on the grind. Y'all see what I'm doing. I'm pushing trucks. I told myself we push stuff. I told Bryce, I said we trying to push everything. Tell them what we push. Told them we'll push a nigga in a wheelchair. I told them I said, tell them everything must go. Tell my kid, man, you got to hustle, man. Folks see you something. Ain't nothing just coming. You got to hustle. You got to constantly be on the push to get. Folks just look at how you ride and you got something. You don't get it from doing nothing. Huh? You don't get it with sitting there with your slung in your hand. Better fold that junk, zip up, and get your behind and get to moving. That's it. Well, I'm blessed. I'm trying to help them out. Y'all don't be real folks to see people stuff. About how much stuff you doing? One thing. Yeah. Two things. I'm trying to tell these folks. These folks don't be real. Dave, what you doing? One thing? Trying to tell you got to have your mindset more, but you know what? It comes with a sacrifice. You ain't going to do that with that running. You working 2 jobs, ain't it? But how many hours sleep you getting? Folks don't see that, do they? That you got to do. If you don't get, it's a lot of sacrifice you got to give with stuff. People be sitting around just trying to do things with one little job and do that. It be hard. Anybody never got rich working on 48 hours. Even the movie didn't play but 2 times. You know, they talk another 40 hours. That's it, man. You can't get rid of no 40 hours. You see, he never did get his money. It was 48 hours. You can't get rich in no 48 hours. Man, they're grinding. You always constant. You moving, constant. You trying to make something constant. You got to keep going. But it's going to be a sacrifice. What these people look out here, they don't want to sacrifice like that. I'd rather just give my soul over to the devil and let something come to me. I want it the easy way. And you're going to have to pay later. I'm telling y'all this for a reason. Y'all better use y'all doing head. We talk about you lust and desiring after stuff and you're trying to kill. You can't obtain. Better use your head. A little, he said, a righteous man have. Yeah. A little righteous man. He said, more than all the treasure of the wicked. Right. You can sleep at night. You're honest. Yeah. Ain't that right? Don't overeat with your eyes. Try to oversee. You know you can't get up to that level to keep it. Let it alone. Right. There's a certain level you got to stay to be there. I tell certain folk that train, certain things I don't do. Certain stuff, I ain't going to never get them run no 3 miles every day. You know why? Because I ain't going to keep it up. Don't start nothing you can't keep up. There's a lot of stuff I work, I do. People want to, why you don't do that? Because I know I ain't going to keep doing it. And all I'm going to do is start out, get in shape, and I'm going to get back fat, bloated, look ridiculous. I ain't going to do it. I'm being honest. Whatever you can't maintain, I got to tell you, that's the truth. Go get an exercise like them folks. PS90, all that's a hoax. It's a hoax because it teach you how to do something in 90 days. What you going to do in 91 days? What you going to do in 100 days? Keep talking about what you did 90 days ago. And your behind going to be back the way you were, and then you're going to look at them tape, they're going to get dust on them, and they're going to shoot you about, because your behind ain't using no more. Y'all ain't nothing but a hoe. Go get Sean T. He going to want to sleep with a man. Get them abs. Sean T. Air, no faggot. I know faggot show me how to get no air. Man going to marry around and get you in the hinder part. I wasn't even in the Richard Simmons. He can't work out. Come on, boys and girls. Why y'all no sister with no loose booty shorts on? You're like, man, something like you're going to fall out of there. Why no man got no panties on trying to train me? Man, them panties. That ain't true. See a commercial come out, turn it. Thought you still gonna get ripped up and just doing it right here. Nigga, please. Rocket ain't playing but 3 minutes and some change. All it cut up all the way up in your chest. Chuck ain't lived not one way. They make a fool out of these folks. Man, y'all, anything you gonna get work at, it's gonna be hard work. You come to that gym, put some time in. That's how you get like that, from just doing some rock hard abs in 3 minutes. Running, training, rigorous. I'm trying to tell you, man, take something. You talking about getting yourself a shot, they'll see something, and you automatically going, that's why people cheat. They'll run straight to steroids, straight to synthetic, straight to creatine. They don't want to look at it. It's some people put the work in to get there. You got some people that play sport that are good, that are just naturally great. You don't really know them because you see the people that cheat to get where they at. So they'll make it look like they're better than them when they really not. And that's what the average person wants. You want something that looks easy and quick, and that's why you want to get yourself messed up. Same thing with salvation. You look at these sorry Christians, these no good, sorry Pentecostals. These people ain't got nothing. It's synthetic, just like Jake. Jake got synthetic drugs. He got synthetic work, and he make a fool out of you. Man, hard work you trying to build up and set people up. Just joke will find me cheating and stealing, telling lies. All these joker white men here no good in doing where they take from me. Y'all saying put y'all heart in these people. They ain't going to put no work in and do no time and do what they need to do. They sorry. Take time. I start in the living room, stay consistent. One thing, I ain't never get caught up in no scandals out here. Me and no woman hunching and kissing and rubbing and stuff, all this food. I've been consistent. Oh, my mind, I say what I got to say. I come straight down. What I say today, I can say next week, and I say the same thing. Now, nobody going to make no taste. I cut no deals with them. You tell these folks like it is, and they how to eat it. Y'all hear me? Ain't no good and well what they got to do in order to get where they going. No good and well they ain't got an honest bone in their body. Y'all hear me? Amen. It takes something. You know they do. Everyone you see, they come in here with a little phony little junk, run, grab a crowd right quick with some food and make a mess. I ain't starting no man for no Facebook. I tell them here, y'all leave that Facebook junk alone. I see start telling y'all you got a Facebook account, cut that junk down. You just got you a CIA account. All y'all doing, old man, doing CIA account. Let them joker have that junk. Sit here that junk, let them have that junk. For the junk they got, why somebody contact me on Facebook? I don't even know you. All these jokes pop up, they my friend. I don't know you, nigga. No, good and well, you a loner. And a loner's got to be alone. Get that junk and hook up this old concocted mess out here and mess your mind. Let them folks have that junk. I don't want that junk. I don't even know how to connect nobody. I don't have no Facebook. I see something that says Facebook. Oh, done for me. They owe me a CIA account. All these folks doing is setting y'all up. Why you think you can't never close it down? They will not let you close down a Facebook account. Once you open it, you're stuck with it. You know, they let you know. You can always come back and reopen it. You got other stuff you deleted, it's gone. You got that Facebook, you're stuck. They let you know right now you deactivate. You can open it back up anytime you want to. See, I let you know, we've been keeping it on warm for you. That way all your friends and people can find you. Keep up with you. They can keep up with you too. Not many folks get busted and messed up from Facebook. Let them have that junk. I don't be studying on Facebook. I do pretty good without Facebook. I took the synagogue Facebook down. I told them to get rid of that junk some years ago. Ain't nobody found me from Facebook. How people going to find you? They want you, nigga. They'll find you. And all they got to do is call them people you owe money to. Call AT&T and want to Sprint them phone because they'll find you. But you know what it says? Yeah, I know that nigga. I'm looking for him now. Owe me some money. Here go their address. Trying to tell y'all get smart and let some of that junk. You don't need that stuff. They'll be all right. Do like we used to do. You somebody keep in contact with you, give them your number. That was an old time want to keep with something. I want to get you be in contact with me. I'll give you my number. If I ain't give you my number, I must have want to keep in contact with you. People need to find me for what? My folks, I used to know if I ain't contact you in 20 years, ain't nothing I need to see you for. And you start talking now. We're doing good. I ain't talked to you in 20 years. I need to talk to you now. I'm doing great. Each other look hurt at him now. That tight, huh? Y'all all right? Amen. And they looking bad on that Facebook. That stuff start hurting. CIA got y'all from MySpace and throwed y'all on there, huh? Gave y'all them nice little program. Y'all know you need to have them security programs on your phone. I mean, on your computer, don't you? What's a good one? McAfee? Which one? No. How many of y'all got Norton? How many of y'all like Norton? Norton Security. Nobody? Nobody like Norton Security? It's good, good. CIA invented that one for you. That's good. Y'all got it. They get a CIA channel. Y'all need to know that too, didn't you? You got Norton Security. That's why they gave it to you. Norton Security is theirs too, so they can search your computer the whole time for you. That's why your computer's secure. Because you just locked in a nice program that run through your computer for you and search through it and make sure all your information goes straight back to them. Keep running through your files. Y'all don't look too well for some reason. Everybody all right? Amen. How someone get ain't got your password, don't need it. All I need you to do is put my security program on now. So I make sure you don't worry about no viruses. Let me ask y'all something. Y'all think if these people spy on their own allies, they ain't keeping up with the people in the country? They told y'all that them and Israel the greatest allies ever. Ain't nobody, the man Netanyahu told y'all that. He said Israel don't have no better friend than the United States. Then it just came out last month that they've been spying on him too. They also were spying on Angela Merkel, the prime minister for Germany, who was one of their closest allies. And on the people in England, and on everybody else that's been out there. And you don't think they keep up with American people? Social media has given him a good outlet to keep up with us. Because you know what you tend to do with social media? You tell everything you know. Every butt-naked picture. Snapchat got you on there. What's the other one the young folk got? What's it called? Kick. Oh, they love that one too. Just got kicked in the drawing and in the hind and the vagina. They got to keep up with you. So they want to see your whole life. You'll talk better, you do that, than you do on the phone. Some folks tell you, man, I don't like to talk. I like to text. Good. Good. So I keep the record of that too. Why am I telling y'all this? You can't trust these people. These people don't trust you. You got to remember, the people that don't trust you are the people that have been invoking the harm against you. You hadn't done nothing against them. Why they need to watch you? You need to be watching them. They're probably bored. They don't need to hear that one. I probably bore y'all people when I tell y'all this stuff. You got to stop trusting all these people. Everybody not out here for y'all good. Y'all hear me? Everybody not out for y'all good. So everybody that watch us, they're not for your good. They're not for our good. Y'all got to start thinking. Y'all got to wake up. Y'all hear me? Facebook allow you to put every picture you got, all kind of stuff, your whole career, what's going on with you and your family, all your family reunion picture, everything you got. And the CIA just want me to let y'all know they thank you. Because you ever decide to run, I seen enough pictures of everybody in your family. I'll find you, nigga. You don't put your whole life up there. What school you went to, what year you came out. So all I got to do is go back to the school you came to and just search out for their book. They keep a record too. Of people that graduate and find them. Somebody that graduate with you know you where you at. Y'all didn't think like this, do you? So when they come and get you, it look like they be so clever. Look like they got so, oh man, they just found me out home there. No, you put enough of your own information for me to find you. Just letting y'all know. Facebook will start losing a little couple of accounts. How many of y'all going to lose a Facebook account now? Yep. Time to just shut them off. Let them have it. They'll be all right. I assure you ain't going to lose nobody. Some of the people that done clicked on the call, they say your friend. How they your friend when you don't know them? I got their friend. I don't know them. How that work out? How do I have a friend I don't know? Can somebody explain me that? A friend I don't know. Then it couldn't be a friend, could it? You don't know who you've been communicating with. Just shoot them information over. Time everybody start using your head. They said, why you don't say that all camera? Because you ain't going to say that they don't know anyway. You're never going to say that they don't know anyway. Y'all hear me? It's just some stuff you ain't got to give them. That's good, brother.